Alright, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. We still got little Leela, or Detective Leela, or Leela that everybody thinks is older below us because I don't have the artwork for the new characters. Had to kind of skip it just for the Majin Fina video and for this video too. Apologies. I swallowed spit the wrong way there, but fine. Soldiering on, today we're going to be talking about Macleod. Not Fox Macleod, not other bad puns. We're going to be talking about new MR tier unit, who is a ice elemental character and has definitely impressed me in a very rapid amount of time. Continuing on the trend of new MR characters, I think that this is going to be just another really great one. Renal and Sirius, or I can't remember the wind one's name super well. It's Sirius or something like that. It's not Siri, that's something else. But continuation, a fantastic trend of characters, and here we're looking at another fantastic. So this one, unfortunately, for the sake of this video on stream, I already showed off this character. Can't perfectly demo yet. My character has not had enough AP generation or anything yet to be really good, and I have to wait another 24 hours before I get to use him again. So, well, we're just gonna try and make do. We're gonna quickly throw together this unit. As you can see, is very new. And I don't know. What do we want to give? We could give his TMR, but without runes, right? What's the? That's a little bit of it. At least I don't think he's. We could show old. That would be pretty. All right. Seriously though, let's talk about this character. So we don't need to talk about limit burst. Master ability is really nice though. Immobilize resistance for ice allies, decreases his own AP consumption by 15 and critical damage up by 25. And you're going to see that that's a huge theme with this character. As for his own TMR, it is a spear-based weapon with an increased critical rate of 15. And we did see it just a second ago here. Pull up real quick. This weapon actually has pretty decent stats for a critical based weapon that, you know, gives higher critical as well and critical damage. I'm potentially interested in just building this as a TMR spear weapon for TMRs. For spear users, it seems like a pretty nice get, and the artwork on it is pretty cool looking. So I actually think this is really awesome, and I might be getting the itch to do another rune. We'll see. I should have that checked out by a doctor. As for resistances, I mean, we're not going to get too terribly much yet, but he has a natural, very nice extra amount of resistance towards shooting, and that makes it to a point that this character has incredible resistance potential, but very little in terms of durability. So Trick Lancer is his primary job. His secondary job is Viking. And last but not least is his dual gunner. And all three of these have great potential. So first of all, dual gunner has a lot of shooting range, some multi-attacks, some AoEs, some chance to stun. But the only thing that really matters is the fact that he has quad shot. He literally has quad shot in his kit, and that's enough. It doesn't matter about anything. Quad shot is enough. If you think about it recently, we've gotten Eliza, who has potential ice elemental range chaining. We have Barrett. We have a Rafal. There's quite a bit of like range resistance, like almost enough to make a good ice range team and even have some chaining potential. But the fact that this guy has a quad shot with 3 casts makes me think that you may even run him for some Guild Wars stuff to try and get really high chains for the ice element. This is something that ice has been needing. more chaining capability. So this character doesn't have just properties of only being useful in Selection Quest, although that's where most of our minds go to first. I think that he could be just really good in other places too, even as an MR. Next up, Viking. Nothing really too amazing here. Some human killer, some extra critical chance, some defense for evasion rate and increasing attack. Okay, alright. Viking, fine. Nothing amazing here, but fine. Last but not least is his Trick Lancer, which in the sub part of that has piercing damage with decreasing AP upon hitting a critical hit. And as we've already covered, I think it's pretty likely that this character will get a lot of criticals, especially with his own team. He also has the decrease critical evasion for targets that is a couple that can potentially hit a couple of units. Not necessarily, but Trick Lancer has some good tricks in its bottom part of his kit. See, it's terrible, right? Absolutely terrible puns today as I miss. Other than that, he has the piercing damage that decreases agility and attack for an enemy. He can increase his own attack. He can break physical barriers, which is always valuable nowadays. With piercing damage too, he can increase his own missile resistance by 15%, give himself accuracy and higher pierce attack. And that one also can be potentially upgraded too, giving 35% missile resistance. Again, really strong. The friend unit that I saw earlier, not only did it have 1600 attack for this character, it also had 65% missile resistance. So this character is really an anti-gunner character. Gunner himself. Neat. After that, he can inflict immobilize on a target, potentially healing down from a really large range, and that also gets increased potentially into X. And last but not least, his job level 25 ability is a chance to reduce counters by 100 for 3 turns. Very valuable against maybe reflex characters or whatnot, or anything with a counter you just don't want to fight. Dispels haste and deals a good amount of damage. Potentially AoE. So yeah, all of this paints the picture of a really nice offensive character. He has the counter physical damage that you have with Trick Lancer, but he also has a gunner option, or potentially the Viking to give him Berserk. As for his main job, Trick Lancer does get a upgrade to give himself extra missile resistance, defense penetration of 40, and critical 5. All valuable, all which you'll probably be running. You can run the second Trick Lancer ability to upgrade his ability, but maybe you want Viking for HP attack, maybe you want missile attack for dual gunner if you're doing the quad shot. Agility and defense penetration off of dual gunner as well is really nice, or missile resistance off of Viking because fudge missiles, right? All of this stuff is really good, and I think that this character is just really good. I mean, like, yeah, he's free essentially, right? Like you're just effectively getting this character for like not really any lapis, something like that, and you can get all of his shards right away. That's great. That's fantastic. It's nice and all of that. But this character is just kind of a little bit fun, and I can't wait to see how I'm able to build him over the next little bit. Boy, it might be a little embarrassing. Even some critical hits right off the get-go here as he's fighting these fierce high-level enemies. Have to make do sometimes with what you have. Yeah, I mean, this is going to make the ice selection quest considerably easier, and that's great news. But it's not just that. I think that beyond that, he has really good chaining applications, really good damaging applications too. And one of the things that I need to talk about is the fact that he has an absolutely insane range on him. Some of his abilities can hit basically across the map. It's just fantastic. It really is Trick Lancer power. Low cost unit also for low-cost Guild War battles, special Guild War battles. This character could potentially be used. Laswell got really good upgrades recently. And this guy could go with Ice Spears, he could go with Eliza, he could go with Laswell. He has so much flexibility as to what composition you want to put him in, but Ice will love this guy. And Quad Shot. Other than that, he's an MR unit, so lower durability, lower stats than some of the of what you would expect. It's pretty obvious. But that's not going to deter me from building this unit. I think he's really great, and I might do some more showcases once I've had some time to build this character, because really like him. So not much else to say. There's no limit burst to show off. There's no banner to talk about. Just look forward to the age of free MRs, Globalers, because thus far, I mean, I know that some people look at it as like, oh, Renal's in the game now, but she's only an MR and I wanted her to be a UR. Don't feel bad. It's easy to get. These characters are still great for their rarity, and totally happy. Unlike a character like Dea, who we're probably all going to be dead before she ever gets put in the game as a playable character. Things got a little too real. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you're excited, and see you next time.